Hello friends, I'm pretty sure you saw this video. This video focused on how to survive 27 different kinds of animals. Unfortunately, 320 people viewed the video, 5 people liked it, and not a single person commented on the video, which is kind of a bad thing considering how many people actually got mauled in the wilderness because they couldn't watch this one. Anyways, I'm making a sequel to this video. I included more animals. Here's how you can survive them, but we've got to start the intro to the video first. Cue the music. Hey, Maestro, I think that was a bit too dramatic. Don't you have something with a bit more of a beat? What the heck? I said something with a beat, not the DNA Productions music. Ah, that's more like it. Let's start the introduction to this survival video. All right, let's get to work. And today, we begin with bats have wings, and they are the only birds, I mean mammals, that are capable of true and sustained flight. Bats are more agile in flight than most birds, flying with their long, spread-out digits covered with a thin membrane or patagium. The vampire bat is a small, leaf-nosed bat native to the Americas. It is one of 3 extant species of vampire bats, the other 2 being the hairy-legged and the white-winged vampire bats. The common vampire bat practices hematophagy, mainly feeding on the blood of livestock. To survive a vampire bat, avoid areas with known bat roosts, secure your shelter, and be aware that bat bites are rare but require immediate medical attention because of the risk of rabies. In the rare event of a bite, wash the wound thoroughly with soap and water and seek medical help immediately. Beware though, as bats can dive bomb you as well. Don't forget to bring a bike helmet. The emu is a species of flightless bird endemic to Australia, where it is the tallest native bird. It is the only extant member of the genus Dromaeus and the 3rd tallest living bird after its African ratite relative, the ostrich. Emu attacks on humans are rare, and generally, they are less aggressive than some other large flightless birds like ostriches or cassowaries. Most injuries from an emu attack result from their powerful kick and sharp claws, not their relatively soft beak. The best defense is to avoid getting close. Emus are most likely to become aggressive if they feel provoked, surprised, or threatened, especially during breeding season. Sudden movements or loud noises can startle an emu and trigger a defensive reaction. Signs of aggression can include an upright posture, inflated feathers, or hissing. If you see these, slowly and calmly back away and give the emu space. The emu's most dangerous weapon is its powerful legs and sharp claws. If possible, quickly move behind a sturdy object like a tree, a large rock, or a vehicle to shield yourself from the kicks. If cover is unavailable and the emu is actively attacking, a common suggestion for large flightless bird attacks, like ostriches, is to lie on the ground with your stomach pressed down and use your arms to protect the back of your head and neck. Lying flat can reduce the impact of their forward then downward kick, which is often directed at the torso. This may cause the emu to lose interest once it no longer perceives you as a threat. Since serious emu attacks are uncommon, most of the available survival advice is focused on avoidance and de-escalation. Emu is also a pest in Australian farms, which resulted in the Emu War of 1932, but the damn birds decided to cheat and rig the victory in their favor. Look, I know I talked about owls in the first surviving an animal attack video. Guess what? I'm going to do it again. I guess we had to include a stock applause sound effect too. Anyways, let's figure out on how to survive this animal when it attacks you. The eastern barn owl is a medium-sized nocturnal bird of prey, known for its heart-shaped facial disc, which helps it locate prey by sound. It is distinguished by its white and gray upper parts and white or cream-colored underparts, and it hunts small mammals like mice and rats in open areas, often at farms or light woodlands. Recently, scientists have separated it from other barn owls as a distinct species, with its range covering Southeast Asia, India, and Australia. Barn owls exhibit a number of distinct warning signs and defensive behaviors when they feel threatened, which are meant to intimidate or scare away a perceived predator or intruder. They emit a loud hissing sound or a frightening scream. Both adults and young can make clicking or snapping sounds with their beaks as a clear threat warning. To survive a barn owl attack, make yourself appear non-threatening and loud by using an umbrella over your head and shouting or clapping. Avoid wearing flashy or moving items like hats with tassels, as these can be mistaken for prey. If you are in an area with owls, carry an umbrella or stick, and consider moving to a sheltered area like a building or vehicle. The pufferfish is a member of the Tetraodontidae family, a collection of marine and freshwater fish in the order Tetraodontiformes. The family includes many familiar species, variously called porcupine fish, puffers, balloonfish, blowfish, fugu, blowers, and plenty of other monikers. Surviving a pufferfish attack primarily relates to avoiding or treating the effects of its poison, which is the main threat, rather than surviving a physical bite. Pufferfish are one of the most poisonous animals in the world, containing tetrodotoxin, a neurotoxin up to 1,200 times more lethal than cyanide. This toxin is in their internal organs and skin and is not destroyed by cooking. To this day, no known antidote has ever been green-lighted by the World Health Organization. Call emergency services or get to an emergency room immediately if you've been puffed. Inform them you suspect tetrodotoxin poisoning from pufferfishes. The toxin works by paralyzing muscles, including the diaphragm, which controls breathing. Respiratory failure and suffocation are the main causes of being sent to the grave. The most crucial action by medical professionals is mechanical ventilation, like putting the patient on a breathing machine to keep them breathing until the toxin is naturally metabolized and cleared by the body, which can take 24 hours or more. Consciousness often remains clear until just before the victim dies, so being paralyzed but aware is a terrifying possibility. Doctors will provide supportive care, including intravenous fluids and monitoring of the heart and blood pressure. If the fish was eaten within a few hours, they might attempt procedures like stomach pumping or administering activated charcoal to try and remove any unabsorbed poison. The blue-ringed octopus, comprising the genus Hapalochlina, are 4 extremely venomous species of octopi that are found in tide pools and coral reefs in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, from Japan to Australia. Surviving a blue-ringed octopus bite requires immediate, sustained artificial respiration until the powerful neurotoxin wears off. There is no anti-venom, so supportive care is the only treatment. When a blue-ringed octopus feels threatened, its brown or sandy-colored skin will darken, and its iridescent blue rings will flash brightly as a warning. If you see this, then you'd better skedaddle. A barracuda is a large predatory, ray-fin saltwater fish of the genus Sphaerina, the only genus in the family Sphaerinidae, which was named by Constantine Samuel Rafinesque in 1815. Barracuda fish can only be harmless in groups, so here's what you'd need to know. Exit the water calmly but quickly to prevent further attacks or attract other predators. A barracuda's teeth can sever blood vessels, so controlling bleeding is critical. And don't get me started on how they can sever your ass in half. Apply firm, direct pressure to the wound using any material available, like a towel, shirt, or your hand. If bleeding is severe on a limb and cannot be stopped with direct pressure, use a tourniquet made from a surfboard leash, dive mask strap, or other material. Barracudas hunt shiny, silver-colored fish. Do not wear jewelry, including rings, necklaces, or shiny dive gear when in the water. Barracudas are known to be naturally curious and may approach or follow divers. If one follows you, keep calm and enjoy the view, but maintain a safe distance. The polar bear is a large bear native to the Arctic and nearby areas. It is closely related to the brown bear, and the two species can interbreed. The polar bear is the largest extant species of bear and land carnivore by body mass, with adult males weighing 300 to 800 kilograms. While the best strategy is to avoid a polar bear encounter entirely, if you do find yourself face-to-face with one, your survival depends on preparation and knowing how to respond. Unlike encounters with other bears, playing dead during a polar bear attack is not an option. These animals see humans as potential prey. Store all food, garbage, and scented items like toiletries in airtight, bear-resistant containers at least 50 meters away from your sleeping area. Announce your presence by making noise, especially when visibility is poor, such as when near streams or dense vegetation. For campsite protection, a portable electric fence can be an effective deterrent. If the bear's aggressive, here's what you can do of doings. If a polar bear charges, stand firm. Bluff charges are rare with polar bears, and backing down is not an option. Deploy bear spray by creating a cloud between you and the Coca-Cola mascot. If you have a firearm, you should be trained in its use and prepared to defend yourself. If the bear makes physical contact, you must fight back. Do not play dead. Aim for sensitive areas like the eyes and nose. Use any available object, such as a stick, rock, or knife, to defend yourself. And remember to stay away from the babies. The mother of the cubs is extremely protective of her young and will 100% kick your butt if she perceives you as a threat. The cheetah is a large cat and the fastest recorded land animal. It has a tawny to creamy white or pale buff fur that is marked with evenly spaced, solid black spots. The head is small and rounded, with a short snout and black tear-like facial streaks. Animals like this are native to Africa, Iran, and even as far as India. If the cheetah starts running towards you with a predatory instinct, immediately make yourself appear as large as possible. Wave your arms above your head and start yelling at it. Clap or whistle loudly. If you have noise-making devices available such as bells or pots and metal pipes, use them to scare him off. And you also want to know their vocalizations. Cheetahs hiss a defensive behavior when they feel threatened, intimidated, or startled. This is a way for both cubs and adults to try to appear more intimidating to a potential danger, and it often occurs alongside other defensive sounds like growling and spitting. Hissing is an instinctual reaction used to ward off threats when the animal feels vulnerable, but they also meow like a domestic house cat, although we find it kind of interesting when that happens. Take a listen and see if you can start typing your "I want to adopt him" responses in the comments section. This next animal is for the people who love Jane Goodall and her research. The chimpanzee, also simply known as the chimp, is a species of great ape native to the forests and savannas of tropical Africa. It has 4 confirmed subspecies and a 5th proposed one. They are known for their big brains and extremely high intelligence. It knows how to break nuts with stones and catch ants with a stick. Either way, chimpanzees in the wild are extremely dangerous. Here's what you want to know so you don't get your face ripped off by one in the wild. If a chimpanzee displays threatening behavior, such as charging, do not panic or run. Running will likely provoke a chase, and a chimp will outrun you. Showing your teeth, even as a submissive grin, can be interpreted as aggression by a primate. Give the animal plenty of space and avoid blocking its path. Keep your body language non-aggressive and your motions minimal. If the chimp thinks you have food, hold your palms out to show that you have none. If you have food, calmly place it on the ground and retreat. Gorillas are large, primarily herbivorous, great apes that live in the tropical forests of equatorial Africa. The genus is divided into two species, the eastern and western lowland gorilla, and either 4 or 5 subspecies. To survive an encounter with a gorilla, remain calm, stay still, and avoid direct eye contact. Crouch down to appear smaller and not really threatening, and speak in a low tone. Do not run, as this can provoke a chase, and do not make loud noises or sudden movements. If a charge is imminent, crouch down, look away, and be submissive, as many charges are bluffs that end before contact. If the gorilla makes contact and tries to scratch, bite, or drag you, do not resist. Go limp to show you are not a threat and hope it loses interest. Hyenas are feliform carnivorous mammals belonging to the family Hyenidae. With just 4 extant species, it is the 5th smallest family in the order Carnivora and one of the smallest in the class Mammalia. Despite their low diversity, hyenas are unique and vital components of most African ecosystems. To survive a hyena encounter, avoid running, stand your ground, make yourself appear large, and make loud noises. Since hyenas are most active at night, it is best to avoid being outdoors in hyena territory after dark. Attacks on humans are rare, but can occur if hyenas are starving or feel threatened. A giggling sound indicates that the hyena feels threatened and may be challenging you. Stand your ground, but do not move any closer. Their frightening nature doesn't end there. In Ethiopian mythology, hyenas are pure nightmare fuel due to their unsettling characteristics and behavior, which are often misunderstood. In folklore across Africa and the Arab world, they are associated with grave robbing, witchcraft, cannibalistic shapeshifters, and the spirit world. Better keep your holy water at the ready. The alligator is a large crocodilian reptile native to the southeastern United States. It is one of many species in the order Crocodilia. Big swamp puppies like these ones are native to Florida, more notably in the Everglades National Park. Here's how to survive it. To survive an encounter with a crocodile or alligator, if it snaps or charges at you on land, start running immediately. If the animal manages to grab onto you, try to stay calm and fight back strategically, aiming for the eyes first. Then punch it in the head or strike it with an oar, stick, or pole. That's the second crocodilian we're going to cover in this video. The Nile crocodile is a large crocodilian native to freshwater habitats in Africa, where it is present in 26 countries. These 26 countries are Botswana, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Egypt, Kenya, Madagascar, Mozambique, South Africa. Sorry, I can't list them all. Ha ha. Anyways, here's how to survive it. Your best chance of surviving a Nile crocodile encounter is to avoid it entirely by being vigilant in its territory. However, if an attack does occur, your strategy should change dramatically depending on whether you are on land or if your boat is taking on water. Nile crocodiles are extremely dangerous and responsible for hundreds of human deaths each year, often because they are ambush predators that strike without warning. Be cautious around murky or slow-moving water, especially at dusk and at night when crocodiles are most active. Always maintain a safe distance of at least 80 feet or 25 meters from the water's edge in crocodile country. Crocodiles can launch themselves with surprising speed. If you see a crocodile nest or baby hatchlings, back away quickly and quietly, as the mother crocs are very protective. A crocodile on land is much less dangerous than one in water, as it is slower and tires quickly. Forget the myth about running in a zigzag pattern. Your fastest option is to run in a straight line away from the animal and towards higher ground. If you survive a bite, get medical attention immediately. A crocodile's mouth is full of harmful bacteria, and an infection from it is a serious risk. Wait a minute. Crocodiles aren't venomous. All right, we can move on to the next animal now. The green anaconda, also known as the giant anaconda, emerald anaconda, common water boa, northern green anaconda, or Akayama, is a semi-aquatic boa species found in South America and the Caribbean island of Trinidad. It is the largest, heaviest, and one of the longest snakes in the world. To survive a green anaconda attack, your immediate priorities are to get out of the water, avoid being constricted, and if bitten, prevent further injury. Escape by moving to land, where they are slower, and fight back by targeting the snake's eyes or tail to create an opening. If a snake wraps around you, hold your breath to keep your chest from compressing and have a helper try to pry the snake's mouth open or poke its eyes. The only person capable of taking down a snake like this is well-known wildlife expert Fishing Garrett, but he's commonly known in Colombia as the legendary Yoink Man. Congratulations! You managed to learn a lot from this video, and you managed to stay until the end of my own yapping. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos.